Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Love of Biology. Today we are going to learn about translation or protein synthesis. So translation is the synthesizing the proteins which are made up of the amino acids called as polypeptide. It is the second part of the central dogma. It takes place in the ribosomes which are present in the cytosol or on the rough endoplasmic reticulum. The functions of the ribosomes are to read the sequence of the codons in the mRNA and tRNA molecule that transfer or bring the amino acid to the ribosomes in the correct sequence. So, for these different enzymatic factors are useful. The translation process involves reading the genetic code from the mRNA and they have to synthesize the proteins. This process is guided by the machinery composed of ribosomes, tRNA that is transfer of RNA, mRNA, peptidyl transferase enzyme. This is the main enzyme used in the translation. It is found in the ribosomes within an enzymatic activity that catalyzes the formation of a peptide bond between the amino acids. In prokaryotes, 23S subunit contains the peptidyl transferase between the A site and the O site of the tRNA, while in eukaryote it is found in the 28S subunits. So here different subunits are present in the ribosomes. So based on that, this enzyme will helps in the peptide bond formation which is present between the adjacent amino acids. So these are the translation machinery. Next, the steps which are involved in the translation. There are 5 stages: activation of the amino acids, charging of the tRNA, initiation, elongation and termination. So among these steps, let us see one by one. So first one is the activation of the amino acids. Amino acids are generally present in the cytosol or the cytoplasm. So proteins possess a definite sequence of amino acids that are linked by the peptide bonds. So those amino acids are activated with the help of ATP and the enzyme. Energy and the enzyme required for its activation. Enzyme is amino acid synthase which is different for different amino acids. Amino acid synthase ATP form a complex and ATP breaks to give the AMP, and this energy released is used in the peptide bond formation between the amino acids. By forming this complex, the amino acids are getting activated. So next, charging of the tRNA. Before amino acid can be incorporated into the growing polypeptide chain, it must first be attached to the molecule called the transfer RNA in a process known as tRNA charging. The charged tRNA will then carry the activated amino acid to the ribosome. Here, amino acid synthase enzyme and ATP will be removed. Only the activated amino acids will bind to the amino acid binding site of the tRNA. Next, initiation. To start the translation, cell need a ribosome which contains 2 pieces, that is larger and the smaller subunit with 3 sites, A, P and E sites. A site is amino acid site, P site is the peptide bond site and E site is the exit site. An mRNA with instructions of the protein, we will build an initiated tRNA carrying the first amino acid in the protein, which is almost always methionine. During initiation, these ribosomal subunits must come together in just the right way. Together they form the complex, initiation complex. The tRNA carrying methionine attaches to the small ribosomal subunit. Together they bind to the 5' end of the mRNA by recognizing the 5-GTP cap, where AUG is the start codon. So there it will binds to the mRNA molecule. So if you see in the diagram, E site, P site and the A site, first at the A site the amino acid will come and bind, and later the ribosome will move. So the larger and the smaller ribosomes are present, so they will move, that is slides down. So due to that they will move to the other side. The first amino acid will move to the P site and next other amino acid will bind at the A site. This will continues. Elongation. Then they slide along the mRNA in the 3' direction by adding amino acids which carried out by the tRNA. The ribosomal function is known to shift one codon at a time, catalyzing the process that takes place in its 3 sites. For every step, a charged tRNA enters the ribosomal complex and inside the polypeptides that become one amino acid longer, while an uncharged tRNA will depart the site. The 3 sites all participate in the translation process, and the ribosome itself interact with all the RNA types involved in the translation process, and the chain will get elongated by along with this. So during this translocation process, the polypeptide chain on the peptidyl tRNA is transferred to the amino acid tRNA on the A side during a reaction that is catalyzed by the peptidal transferase enzyme. Uncharged tRNA is released from the P site, transferring newly formed peptidal tRNA from the A site to the P site. At the P site, the peptidal bond will form between the amino acids, and this will continue by the tRNA molecule. It will carry the other one. So termination of the translation process is triggered by an encounter of any of the three stop codons, say UAA, UAG and UGA. These stop codons therefore are not recognized by the tRNA. When the peptidal tRNA from the elongation step arrives at the P site, they will stop the codon binds to the A site. These releases the polypeptide from the P site, allowing the ribosomes to dissociate into two subunits, leaving the mRNA process. So here they will separate and they will release from the molecule the polypeptide chain, newly synthesized one. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel.